Hello everyone, my name is Managasegar. My metric number is 290288. Today my presentation is about my assignment 1 for programming 2. The given case study for this assignment is we need to create a system for magic copy Sundrian Berhad to calculate the salaries for their different type of employees. There are 3 type of employees working in their company, starting with monthly worker, hourly worker, and commissional worker. Each employee will be paid different salaries based on the employee type and its rate. Now to implement this system, we need to create a main class which is called salary calculating system, then following with the superclass employee. We need to create the 3 subclasses for employee, which are monthly worker, hourly worker, and also commission worker. So there will be totally 5 classes. So for employee class, which is superclass for this system, we have used 2 attributes, which is pay code and also number of worker. We also used some methods for this superclass, which is calculate pay and also calculate salary. So for the monthly worker, we used calculate pay monthly worker as a method, and also for hourly worker, we have hours worked attribute and also calculate pay hourly worker method. For commission worker, we have weekly sales attribute and also calculate pay commission worker method. Let's see where did I use the 4 principles of OOP in my coding. Starting with abstraction, I have used this principle in employee class. The employee class is declared as an abstract class. It means that we cannot be instanced directly because it contains abstract method which is calculate pay. It means to be implemented by its subclasses, which is monthly worker, hourly worker, and also commission worker. This abstraction allows us to define a common interface, which is calculate pay, for all type of employees while leaving the specific implementation details to the subclasses. It means it defines a common set of actions like calculate pay without getting into a specific of how each employee type perform those actions. So that is how the abstraction works. Secondly, we look up to the encapsulation. This principle used in employee class that encapsulate the attributes pay code and number of workers by declare them as a protected field. The access to these fields is controlled through the methods, which is get pay code and also get number of workers and also the constructor. This encapsulation helps in hiding the internal details of the employee class and provides a controlled way to access and modify its state. Secondly, in the hourly worker class, it encapsulates the hours worked attribute by making it private. Access to this attribute is controlled through public method, which is get hours worked and also the constructor. This encapsulation ensures that the internal state of hourly worker is not directly accessible from outside of the class. Now we see the inheritance. In this case, we used the inheritance in monthly worker, hourly worker, and also commission worker classes. These 3 classes extend the abstract class, which is employee. They inherit the attributes, which is the pay code and also number of workers, and also the methods such as calculate salary from the employee class. It inherits the promotes code reusability and also allow us to create a specialized classes in monthly worker, hourly worker, and also commission worker. based on a common foundation, which is employee. Inheritance allow us a new class to inherit attribute and also its behavior from an existing class. It's like saying I'm an employee and I inherit certain things from a general concept of an employee. In the code, monthly worker, hourly worker, and also the commission worker are like different roles in the family of employees. So it inheriting a common attributes and methods from the employee class. So finally, we look to the polymorphism principle, which is we used in the calculate pay method. The calculate pay method is declared as an abstract method in the employee class. It is also implemented differently in each subclasses, which is monthly worker, hourly worker, and also commission worker. It is also an example of polymorphism, where the same method name is used, but its also behavior. Its behavior is various depending on the actual object type. When you call the calculate salary on an employee object, the specific implementation is its corresponding subclass is invoked based on the runtime type of the object. In this code, which I implemented, the calculate pay method is polymorphism. Even though it has the same name in the employee class, it behaves differently in each subclass, as I mentioned earlier, which is monthly worker, hourly worker, and also commission worker. When I call the calculate salary, it adapts to the specific type of employee and also calculates the pay accordingly. So now we try to run the program. Click on the run button. So it will say welcome to the magic copy Sandran Malhar salary calculating system. So it will ask for the pay code. So we enter the number 1, 2 or 3, and then enter the number of workers, and it will calculate the total salary you need to pay. So and then enter the next pay code, and then number of workers, and then enter the number of hours worked, and it will calculate the total salary. So thirdly, enter the third pay code, and then number of workers, and then the amount of weekly sales. So the salary is calculated. So if we enter the negative value, means the system will tell that the program is terminated. So the program will be terminated automatically.